We're back again for another ship build video. As you saw in the intro, this is the Dreadnought, DSMV Dreadnought. It's a Dreadnought, in case that wasn't obvious. Give you some sense of scale. I'm standing on the edge of it here, just by the hangar bay. How you doing? I'd wave or something, but I can't remember how to emote, so I can't even remember how to switch cameras, so there we go. So yeah, she's not a small ship. As you can see along the side here, we have plenty of protection for anybody who's going to try and maybe get into the hangar bay. We got all kinds of goodies. Nothing really aimed at small people, like people-sized things. But you know, if you let people get into your capital ship, well, you've done a bad job. Lots of quad artillery turrets all over this thing. Lots of Sea-Whiz turrets all over this thing, and lots of automated railgun turrets all over this thing. The weapons are from the Warfare 2 DLC Edition mod. So you get quad assault cannons, you got regular artillery cannons. It's a good mod. It's a basically upgraded version of all the vanilla turrets. You'll have to excuse me if I twitch around. I'm suffering from stick drift. Oh, well, there it goes. Yeah, alright. As per usual, the friggin' hangar doors are loud as hell. As you can see, we got plenty of room in here. Generally, this thing is meant to be loaded and unloaded with people via shuttle or, you know, jetpack. It's easy loading. Was not really priority. It's a warship. You know, you're meant to get on it and stay on it. That being said, it's got pretty miserable characteristics. Good. It's got pretty miserable characteristics when it comes to quick boarding and deboarding. There's really only one way out, but Deep Space Mega Ventures is a cold, heartless mega corporation, and they don't give a damn. Anyway, so first floor. I can't remember what's in here, so let's explore together. It's been a while. This is a fairly old build. Doesn't include the latest batches of like DLC decorative blocks, but let's go this way. Black, generally speaking, is low danger maintenance areas. White is usually habitation. We got some hallways here. What do we got in here? In here we got bathrooms, showers, poopers. Nothing fancy. In here, some sleeping quarters, more sleeping quarters, more sleeping quarters. Can't remember what the crew complement in this thing is. I think it's like 15 people or something like that, max. Gotta make sure they have somewhere to sleep, you know. They're not robots. Alright, so that's, excuse me, the starboard side. In here, we'd be having some engineering. So, got some cargo containers, ammo storage, a couple big old reactors. This thing has a lot of rail guns to charge, plus a warp drive if you're going to be blipping around the battlefield. So, lots of smaller reactors. I have a few more reactors spread around, but this is the main power generation area of the ship, and it's very loud. I'm not sure what's in here. Oh yeah, in here we got grav gen, gyros. Just a maintenance section. It's a lot quieter than the rest of the ship. That's all that's in here. Just a maintenance area, you know. You can keep enough gyros going at least to be able to angle the ship and point it in the direction you want to go, right? Keep thinking those are doors. And these things are loud. I think for nuclear generators they'd be quieter. Over here we got just the same thing, just more access. More small power generators down there. Got some H2O2 generators and oxygen tanks. Again, it's not all of them, but it's enough that you can access them and keep life support going without having to tear a hole in the side of the ship. Alright, on this side we have medical. So, you know, a little bed, desk, med station, some storage and suits. You know, plenty of space suits in case you get DAT mode and need to breathe. Down this way we got the mess hall. A place to eat, you know, place to cook, some drinks, a little sink there. If you want, you can chill here and look out the window. It does have windows. They're tucked well in behind the heavy artillery. You know, a few layers of glass. It's pretty durable. Like I said, nobody's in here when you're fighting anyway, so it's not a huge deal if it gets poked and drains the air out because it's sealed. Alright, now. Outside of living quarters, I've gone with the vertical ladder arrangement because they're really easy to get down in a hurry. Oh my god. This area, nothing much, just a hallway. On this side, we have junior officer quarter. You know, nothing special, but it's private. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing on the other side. Yep. What do you know? Then we can go up another floor to the top floor. Top deck, sorry. I'm sure there's boat people and Navy people out there cringing, but whatever. I ain't a boat person. I just like spaceships. So here we have the gunnery stations. You know, gunnery commanders that sit here and monitor the battlefield. The 6 gunners would be manning any turrets that they need to man manually. They're all automated, but if you want to gain control of one and target something specific without having to go through a bunch of menu commands, and there you go. Here we have the main bridge. And if my character would stop spazzing out. So another gunner's seat, observer seat, whatever, you know, we'll go this way. Shut up, lady. Double layer of windows. And if you come over here, you can actually look above the ship. I've got another layer of windows up there. But if you need to peek up and get a, you know, a personal look at what's going on above you, you've got some visibility. Oh yeah, captain's chair. Flip her into third person so we can have a bit of a look-see. There's the Ripley station next to it, so you can see how big this thing is by comparison. We'll get a little closer so we can do a bit of a gun count. On the top surface, a couple big old rail cannons, some Sea Whiz, keep the small flyers off, artillery cannons, another rail gun, quad assault cannons, more artillery cannons, and all this is staggered. We got some rocket pods right there, dual rocket pods. Those are part of the mod, the weapon mod. Up front, we got more rail guns, more Sea Whiz to deal with the small stuff, and from pretty much every angle, you've got at least 3 or 4 railgun turrets that I can point at you, and plenty of anti-air and small and medium craft targeting turrets to get rid of anything you don't want coming near you. And even from the side, you've got all of the turrets buried in there. Fairly well protected from top and bottom, so if something tries to soften you up coming in this way and goes in here, they're going to get surprised by all that junk. Well, there's the back end. As you can tell, it is not in any way made for atmospheric flight. Stay out of gravity wells. That's not what this thing is built for. It's entirely heavy armor, so for starters, it's way too heavy. That's a lot of numbers. 38.5 million kilograms. So she's not light. And you're not going to mine the resources for this with a hand miner anytime before the end of your lifetime. So it's definitely a clan builder, fleet builder, whatever. It's like almost 80,000 PCU. So, you know, if you're playing on Xbox S, this is going to eat up half of your PCU limit. Just keep that in mind, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here shortly, but I'm going to see if I can find something to shoot at, and we'll go blow it up just so you can see all the pew go down. I'll fast forward it, then don't worry, you don't have to put up with me just floating around doing nothing. I guess we can do an acceleration test while we're here, right? No, not if I'm in that seat. I got to be in the pilot seat. All right. All right. So dead stop. You're not accelerating quickly in this, but you're meant to stay at a speed, basically. You know. But it's not terribly unmaneuverable if you need to angle it to get guns onto a different angle of the target. And it turns okay for something that weighs 38 million kilograms. So as you can see, you're not going to slow down real fast. This is not a race car. But not too bad looking ship, you know. Maybe it looks a bit too much like a race car for a proper battleship, but the idea with this thing is you come in fast and hard, you've got a lot of firepower that can shoot forwards without impeding itself. Everything is staggered either on another level or left or right. So you fly straight at something, it'll take a lot of a beating this way, and it doesn't present much of a target. Side on, it's a little squishier, but by the time you get side on, then you're already softened it up with a very large forward railgun blast, and you can give her a crank over, and you can get the rest of your guns to point at it with all the heavy armor plating protecting your sides. Basically, the side gunnery is more intended to keep flyers from attacking any vulnerable spots, and your only real vulnerable spot is the back. But you can see you got two big rail cannons that could shoot pretty much down to this angle. By the time you're down here, there's another rail gun there, and then there's, you know, another one up there that'll be able to hit you. Lots of artillery. Is this thing, you know, there's not really an angle you can come at this that it's going to be completely unprotected other than here. If you're quick and you can take out those railgun turrets, because they're not super powerful armor-wise, defense-wise, but you're going to have to take them out at 2 kilometers or greater, because the range of those things, AI, is 2 kilometers. So, yeah, you know. Anyway, this is this. I'm going to go find something to shoot at, and then you get to see the guns in action. So I might be able to generate something to shoot at. It's hard to say. I can't remember how to give ships to different factions, but we'll see if I can figure it out anyway. There it is. Yeah.